Okay. Hi everyone. Today we're gonna talk about VR news of today, 31st of August 2019. So we're gonna talk about all the latest VR news. Did you guys see that game Archon? Akron? It's a game that came out. It's a game that came out to the. It's a game that came out to the Oculus Quest platform. The game seemed to be good, to be honest, but the only problem is like you need like three players, one in VR and two with their smartphone to play it.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, I think like the concept of the game is good, but the problem is you can't like not everyone have like four people with the smartphone to play it at this position, you know.
Yeah, doesn't it make the standalone part of the quest a
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
if you do that? Because now you're introducing new tech that some players might not even have.
Yeah, I agree. Like even with Oculus, like when you buy your Oculus Quest, you have to have like a smartphone. You can't activate your Oculus Quest without a smartphone. You know. Which-
Yeah, it's not like, all self-contained kind of.
Yeah,
You gotta like have an external object to set everything up.
yeah. They could have done that from the website, I guess. But anyway, so basically that's a game that it came out like yesterday. It looked great, but I think they should add like at least multiplayer, like where you can play with random people. Because if you play only with your family and friends, you don't, it's kind of limited.
They don't have multiplayer for this.
No, you really need to have like three people live next to you.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
I would really want to play with random people that I
I
just don't
agree
know.
because the game look fun. The game look really nice. Like you can throw. So it's like smart mobile game. But the devs talked. They don't said on Reddit they might add like a multiplayer, in a patch. Uh,
What's the price point for this game?
I believe it's $20. Yeah, it's $20, which is kind of expensive
Not too
for.
bad.
Yeah, but for a mobile only game, like a smartphone game, is quite expensive. Like other.
But would you have to pay $20 for it on the smartphone too?
No, no, I don't think you pay on the smartphone too. But this game don't feel like like Super Hot costs $20, also $25, and it's a way more immersive game, way more into it than this game that. Uh,
Yeah, it's super hot. It's free on other platforms too. I think you're just paying for like the VR aspect of it.
yeah, 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 yeah. The VR. So the thing that happened, like they were talking, a lot of people had a problem with, is that if you have a Rift right now, the old generation Rift, there is no more. They're not changing the cable anymore. There is not like any replacement part. And like my personally, I have a Rift CV1, and my broke up. And Oculus was nice enough to give me a new one, even if the warranty wasn't good anymore. So, but apparently
Did
that's
you ever
sub.
use the old one or no?
No, I didn't pay anything. I bought it like a year and a half ago, and it's a second time it's broke, and changed it both time. Which I'm very lucky because apparently they are not replacing like CV1 anymore.
Oh, they're
But
not.
yeah, what I wonder, like if you buy like a CV1, if you bought it like 6 months ago when they were still sending them, are you getting like screw or what's happening?
I would assume they would have to continue support of the platform long enough for at least another Quest or Rift headset to
Yeah,
possibly come out and then just slowly start to phase it out like they do with all the other tech that they do that they don't want to support anymore. What they do is just slowly with each new upgrade they let each user know, hey, we're by this time this year we will no longer be doing any more software updates, etc. on this device, and that's how they slowly phase you out.
yeah, because they initially said that they're gonna support the Rift for the foreseeable future, but if they're giving it on up right now, so I can, you know, because the CV1 broke easily, like mine was broken like the first 2 week I got it, and then a year later it broke again. No. I get it's like even the quest, like I had a lot of problems. They
Yeah.
like it used to have like a sound problem. I don't know if you guys got it. Like your sound will scratching.
For mine, no issues other than the mic.
Ago, but I haven't had any like actual issues.
Okay, because there used to be like in the first week of the quest, there used to be like an audio problem, but apparently they fixed it because they didn't got it since then. But no. Uh, I hope they keep like supporting the CV1 because it's really good, the CV1. A lot of people, there is no reason to get a Rift test when you have the CV1, and you can buy it really cheaply on like eBay. You get a CV1 for like $200.
Oh yeah.
There is even a Chinese company that I don't know if it's a Chinese company, but a China reseller. He's selling a CV1 Rift system for $40 on eBay. That is,
Really?
yeah.
Is it good quality? Is what
But
you
what
gotta like take into account with stuff like that.
for
What
forty
you're
bucks?
buying on eBay from like Chinese retailers and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you might have. It might be a
Heck
brick.
no.
They might sell you a brick, but for $40, even if it's work for like 6 months, it's pretty good deal. I mean, $40. Even a Gear VR costs more than
Yeah,
40 bucks.
yeah. It's a good cheap alternative.
Yeah. Yeah, true, true, true. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. Because Rift S is, CV1 is still good. There's just no reason to give it up right now. Because it's not like the Rift test is like that's huge upgrade that you need to get. It's only marginally better. Did you guys see that new game Aspire 1 VR? It's been delayed. Did you hear about it? Aspire 1 is like
What?
that's
One.
No.
Aspire 1. It's
Will
a
it be available on the Quest?
yes, it will be available on the Quest, on the Rift, and on the PSVR at the same time. Which personally, I think that is the best marketing thing they can do. When you release, because most developers are gonna release on PC first, then 6 months later on the PSVR, and 1 year later on the Quest. When if they release it all at the same time, the hype gonna be a lot bigger. Personally, I think than release it like you know.
Yeah. Also, that's a problem that I ran into whenever I got my Quest. I thought I'd be able to play all these other games,
Yeah,
that you see on YouTube and stuff that all these YouTubers
true,
play
true.
and popularize, and on the Quest they're just not available because it can't run them at a lower capacity because they're just too high quality games.
Yeah, I agree. Quest don't have enough of games. Don't have enough games at all. I mean, Quest need a lot more games because the 50 games at launch, they were. It was very good at
Yeah,
launch. You
yeah.
had a
You
lot
look
of.
at the store and there's
Yeah, they need like I think they need a multiplayer games. A game you can play hours and hours and hours, like a Call of Duty of VR. Because right now there is no multiplayer. There is maybe like
yeah, something
like a
like that.
Rec Room, and a Rec Room is full of kids, and many people don't want to play with children. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this game like it's promising. I
Yeah.
think it have a lot of potential personally.
Is it gonna be multiplayer too?
I don't know about multiplayer, but I know it have like a 6 hour story campaign, which is decent in itself. But in a multiplayer game that is Population One VR. Population One, it's a battle royale coming to the Quest soon, and these guys had support from Oculus, I believe.
Oh, that should be cool.
Yeah. It's not a Oculus Studio title, but they got support from Oculus, and I hope the game seem really promising.
Like a
It's
fun thing
it's gonna be the
Battle
first.
experience.
It's gonna be the first decent battle royale because all the battle royales so far in VR have been very indie, like indie, very indie. Like they have been low quality, low. but the population one is the first one that's really like, and it's not even like funded by Facebook. It's like a company because most of the times the big games that come out to VR are paid. It's Facebook that pay big money to develop.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I'm excited for the holidays though. Supposedly they're supposed to be coming out with a lot more games by then because a lot
Well,
of people will have cash to spend. So I'm looking forward for the next year what the Quest has
well,
for VR.
they said that by the end of the year there should be 100 games in the Oculus Quest store. But I hope it's gonna be like more consistent, more like good games, like not just a small tech demo, Because if you look at the Quest store, there's only a handful of very like. What do you guys think about Oculus Connect 6? Like, what do you think there might be coming to the what they might reveal there?
I don't really know. I haven't had it that long. I really haven't been keeping up with it until like the past couple weeks, and I don't really think I'd know much on what to
I
expect
would
on
assume
something
that
like
when
that.
you're talking about the Connect is are it what are they what did they announce? What?
Like, it's a yearly conference when they announce like all the big news in the coming year.
Oh, I'm thinking that they might update the user interface on the Quest, give it a facelift, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then also an introduction to a lot of games that are in the Oculus library that aren't available for the Quest yet. I feel they're going to make an announcement as well as possibly introduce new content that users want that that is either user curated or user requested versus
Mhm.
just another independent company creating VR games.
Yeah. Well, I think what they might announce because the first about the interface, they can announce like Oculus Rooms. If you don't know what Oculus Rooms is basically like you have your own room and you can collect objects from games and rewards, and you can decorate your room and all of that. Like Nate asked them, and they said they can have an announcement in as Oculus Connect 6. So you're gonna be able to go to other people places and meet up with people. Also what I believe, like we know that there was that rumor that says that Oculus is working on to make Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed into VR. I'm pretty sure that is
Oh,
like
okay.
true. I'm pretty sure that is true because the guy is that was coming from like top people at Oculus. So, and Ubisoft also said like in a
Splinter Cell should be really cool.
oh yeah, I think it's gonna be amazing. Ubisoft have a lot of experience working on VR games, so they might do something really good. Like because one of the top
What games is Ubisoft?
Ubisoft, they made like Space Junkies, they made like Eagle Flight, they made a bunch of games like if I can find a couple. They made at least like four or five games in VR, I believe. So they know what they do, They made like that's a game Star Trek. Yeah. Anyway, so I think they're gonna bring Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed. I think that is very a credible theory. It's not like okay, impossible.
Right, that makes sense.
Also, I think there is that rumor from people that say that Xbox gonna work out with the Oculus Rift. When it would be great.
Oh, I can work it out.
Yeah, it was a wild rumor, but if it is one place they announced it, it's gonna be at OC6, because
Dude, that would be so rad if they were to do that.
yeah, because there is one weird thing. I agree. The PlayStation 5 is selling way better than the PlayStation Xbox One. So, and the PlayStation have VR, and the Oculus said right now this generation is not ready. But I don't think they're gonna stay in the back forever. At one time they need to catch up with PS4 or just die basically. They can't stay behind
It's only a
forever.
matter of time before VR headsets start to compete with each other. I wouldn't be surprised in the next year if somebody else comes up with another headset just to compete with the Quest.
Well, there is like Samsung. They announced it like in April
Well,
that
have you guys seen the have you guys seen that new headset that I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Index, the
oh
Valve
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That how long has it been out for?
it's $1,000.
I don't know how long has it been out? Is it
Oh,
relatively new? Like within the
yeah,
last
yeah, yeah, yeah.
2 years?
It's been announced like
Yeah.
3 months ago in May, the 1st of May.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's selling well, but not exceptionally well because the first survey from Steam said that it sold like maybe about 10 or 15,000 headsets, about 1% of the VR headsets.
Yeah.
But it's understandable because the games are the headset costs $1,000, which is very expensive, you know. When you but like
Yeah, I feel like it's a little too expensive for what it is right now.
yeah,
It's not
the
like
pro
hands free. You still
the
have to connect it to a PC and everything. So
I think what Valve should have done is they should have made a Quest competitor. Imagine if they what they could have done with $1,000 to make a Quest. You know, they could have made a super high-end mobile processor. They could have put like amazing things on their in the standalone headsets. I think they should have went for that. Samsung is also announced like they're working on two headsets, like multiple headsets. They announced it in April. They said like they're gonna reveal them at in fall 2019, and I'm pretty sure I will bet you $100 that does a headset gonna be a Gear VR 2019 edition, and a with the 6 of freedom, and the other one I think is gonna be a Quest competitor because in 2017 they said they were working on a Quest competitor. They were working on a standalone with 6 of
huh.
freedom headset.
How do you think that's gonna turn out?
I think if they make one, it's gonna be amazing because Samsung have an amazing marketing capability. You know, they are really good at marketing their product, unlike Facebook or Oculus that didn't reach to a big market like this. Gear VR is the best-selling VR headset to date. You know, I think if Samsung, if it is some,
Yeah, yeah.
they're gonna make.
Well, when did the Gear VR come out?
The first Gear VR came out in 2015. The second one came out, the first generation. The second generation came out in 2017, and I think the new one, which will make sense, it come this year, you know, because so they will be making one every 2 years. That will make sense, I think.
When did the Quest come out? It's pretty recent, isn't it?
Yeah, it came out in it's been announced last year at OC6, OC5, but it came out the 1st of May.
Oh yeah, that's. I thought I was sure it's pretty recent.
Yeah, but I think and the thing I noticed with the Quest is a lot of people that get the Quest, it's their first time VR headset, you know. Like me personally, I got multiple VR headsets, so it's not my first time. But it's a good thing that Oculus is bringing new people to VR, you know.
Yeah, not everybody can afford a PC or a
Yeah.
monitor like a $900 monitor and $1,500 PC. So it's kind of good to have this,
Yeah,
self-contained,
and this is a lot.
do with your cell phone type deal.
Yeah, it's also a lot easier to use, you know, because with a PC you need to have like a dedicated places where to play. You need to have enough room to play. While this, it's very easy, you know. It's just with the Quest you plug in, you're done, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the tracking's pretty good too. I didn't know it'd be as good as it is.
Yeah, it's even better. You know, the when it first came out, it wasn't that good. It had a lot of problems, but since then they improve it a lot. Did you see like the story with that Oculus co-founder harassed woman, sexually harassed woman?
No, I don't think I have. What happened?
Yeah, it's one of the Oculus co-founder. I believe his name is Michael Antonov or something like this. There is one woman that put the VR headset on her head, and he was basically groping her while she had the headset on her.
He was groping her while she had the headset on.
Yeah, uh, it's not even the first time. The woman was talking about that. I know, like in the gaming industry, there is a lot of the stories, but I think it's happened. It's quite sad. The guy is a big guy from Oculus, and he does those kind of things.
Yeah, it seems to be happening more and more recently. It's kind of I don't think it's I don't really understand why somebody would do that,
You know,
especially in a position of power. Why would you jeopardize your entire
I agree.
you know
People are cr-
career
people
just
are
just for some?
Yeah, people are very crazy. The guy is making millions working for Oculus, and he gonna ruin all of that for some fucking stupid behavior. Because right now, Facebook is really tough on this kind of things.
Yeah, yeah, it's
The,
really
Face, Facebook like are not gonna let him at the job if it's been confirmed. If even if she gets worse, the story gets worse because. You know. Like Palmer Lucky left the company for small less than that. That's basically it for the stories of today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. It will be very appreciated. If you want to talk more about VR and other subjects, you can join me at my Discord. The link is in the description below. If you have any question, post it in the comment section. I will be happy to answer all of your comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.